Hello, and welcome to Art with Miss Michelle. Today we're going to do a watercolor painting of an agate slice. So agates are really beautiful stones. They have lots of different layers that just look really beautiful. They have different colors, so a lot of times people like to slice them to show their natural beauty. And a lot of times people dye them different colors, so they can get really vibrant blues or pinks or green or pretty much any color. But they do occur in some colors naturally, like sometimes you can find blue or even with their natural color, kind of like tans and beiges, they still have their really beautiful colors, like they're kind of striped. So we are going to make our own agate painting. So for this project, you'll need some paper. I have just some nice white paper, kind of thick. And if you have two different size, one thick and one thin paintbrush, that might be kind of nice. If you only have one size paintbrush, that's fine too. And I'm going to use my watercolors, some water, and something to protect my table. If you don't have watercolor paint, you could try this with pastels or crayons or some other type of drawing material. Okay, so I'm going to start out with my watercolor and my white paper. And I'm going to start with my thin brush. And I'm going to get some water on it. Now, agates usually have, maybe if they're blue, they might have like several different shades of blue and some white stripes in them. Maybe a little bit of purple mixed in. So I might try to use a limited color palette for this project. So I'm going to start off with one of my blues, and I'm just going to make a small shape in the middle of my paper. Now this can be kind of an oval shape. It doesn't have to be perfectly round. If you think about a rock, they're not usually perfectly round or perfectly oval. So I'm just gonna have kind of a rough shape here. So now what I can do is I can move on to my next color, and I might want to use my thicker brush if I have one. Like I said, if you only have one size brush, that's fine. And I'm gonna take a darker blue, and I'm just gonna kind of trace around that shape and make another layer. And if I leave a little bit of white in between, that'll just give me an extra stripe, like a white stripe. And what I'm going to do is just keep kind of layering this. I can make a little dot of that color in the middle if I want, or I could just keep it open. And I'm just going to keep kind of making a bigger and bigger shape. And I can do thicker or thinner lines. And if I want to leave some white in the middle, that'll just give me an extra stripe. Now, if I want to kind of spread my stripe out a little bit, what I can do is just take some plain water on my brush. And if I go over that stripe, it's just going to spread that blue out a little bit and give me, see how it's spreading out and making a lighter blue there? So that'll give me another shade of blue. And if I only have one blue color, this is a good way to make some lighter and darker blue stripes. So I have a few different colors on here. And this is just going to give me a really nice agate looking picture. So I'm just gonna kind of keep doing that. If I want to maybe add a little bit of purple in there, I can too. So this is gonna give me a nice agate picture, and it's also gonna just help me practice drawing and tracing these shapes. So if I use my next color next to this wet paint or this water here, it's gonna kind of bleed into there and give me a pretty cool effect. So I can just kind of keep making these layers and decide when I want to stop, when it gets to be a nice size. Agates come in all shapes and sizes, so if I want to stop now, I could get kind of a medium one, or if I want to keep going, I could get it a little bigger. If I want to add water, I can blend my colors a little bit. So this is just, it's a pretty simple but pretty fun project, and it's gonna make a pretty nice picture that it's actually not very hard to make a very realistic looking agate slice. And then when I feel finished, I can either keep it like this, or if I want to give it a brown outline, a lot of times before these are sliced open, the outside might be probably a little bit lighter brown than this, like a nice tannish color. But I could add a little brown around the edge to look like the outside of my rock. So when I'm all finished, I will have a nice agate slice painting. So thanks for watching my video. I hope you like this project, and happy rock painting.